right, hey everyone, we are going to go over 3.5 Roman versus U.S. Republic. This should be fairly quick. All right, but what you're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to read the similarities between Rome and the U.S.'s government. So what things do ancient Rome's government and our government have in common? All right, so we obviously both have three parts. We have checks and balances, the right to veto. We have written laws. We have civic duty. Women are citizens. People can vote. Foreigners are allowed to become citizens. We also have bicameral, which is two groups in one level of government. We both have a Senate and we both have lawyers at court proceedings. All right, so then out of those things we just saw on that slide, what I want you to do on this slide is tell me which similarity do you think is the most significant and why. So any of these are fine. Just tell me why you think it's the most important. All right, so if you want to put three parts, perfect, but tell me why. If you want to put written laws, great, tell me why. So pick one of these and tell me why you think it's the most significant. All right, so now we're going to go to differences. Some things that were only in Rome. One, they have two identified class of people. All right, they have their patricians, which we know are A-class people, and they have their plebeians, which are the B-class people. Their Senate has 300, we have 100. Their term limits are 1 year or life. So remember that Senate is life, where every other term in ancient Rome is 1 year. And then they have two leaders. So kind of like having two presidents, not a VP and a president, but two equal leaders, right? So those are some ways that we are different. What does the Roman term limit show us about their plebeians and patricians' power? So if you think about what positions plebeians can hold and what those term limits are, and what positions patricians can hold and what those term limits are, what does that tell you about Roman government and how they view both of these groups? All right, so think about that one and type your answer in that box. All right, so U.S. only, we have political parties. We have Republicans and Democrats. We have one official in the highest elected position, which is president. We have 100 senators. You remember, 2 per state. We've only ever really been a democracy or a republic here in the United States. We are not an evolving sort of place. We've always been a democracy. We're technically, if you look it up, a democratic republic. Remember, we're a democracy because we're ruled by the people, but we're also a republic because we elect our leaders. All right, term limits are 2, 4, or 6 year terms. Then there are limits on how many terms you are allowed to serve. Like for president, you can only serve 2 terms. All right, so why do you think we have only ever been a democracy or a democratic republic? Like, why haven't we ever switched to a tyranny or a monarchy or any other form of government? What do we have that makes us stay in that position? All right, so personally, I would think here you'd want to type something about how democracy is led by the people, right? So the majority wins. So you're not going to have a lot. You're going to have some revolt, and you're going to have some anger, but that leads to change, right? And that's the idea of a democracy. And our Constitution it is a written document, but it's a changing one. It's something that you can write amendments for, and you can make changes to it. Women weren't given the right to vote when the Constitution was signed. Slaves didn't have their freedom. There's so many things that is changed in the Constitution because it is a working document and it can be changed is why we've stuck with the democracy idea. So go ahead and type that in this box here, and then you can submit that, and you are done with 3.5. However, remember, you're going to need to know some of these similarities and differences. You didn't type them, but I make sure you know them because that is one of your short answer questions on Friday's quiz. All right, guys, go ahead and finish that up, turn it in, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good day.